At his peak, Netero was a mix of enlightened monk and divine killing machine, so fast, powerful, and disciplined that it was practically impossible to face him on equal footing. And even so, Maha survived to fight with him. Who is Maha Zoldyck, and what kind of monster was he in life to earn the admiration of so many to this day? Let's dive together into this legend that is as real as any other. Hurry and subscribe to the channel, leave your like, and turn on the notification bell. But among all the names that make up this poison family tree, there is one that hovers like an almost mythical entity, Maha Zoldyck. Maha is the oldest known member of the clan, an ancestor whose footprints are buried so deeply in history that they have become almost indistinguishable from the very ground that sustains the Zoldyck legacy. Although his presence in the manga and anime is brief and shrouded in mystery, his importance and impact are undeniable, being considered by many fans as one of the most powerful and dangerous assassins to have ever existed. And the mere mention of his name is enough to shake even the strongest pillars of the hunter world's institutions. Talking about a member of a traditional family is already complicated by itself. Now try doing that with the Zoldicks. That's when things get serious. This is, without a doubt, one of the most feared, respected, and avoided families in the entire Hunter x Hunter universe. Since they first stepped into the story, the Zoldicks carry a name that goes far beyond simple fame. It comes with a very direct reminder. If you're on their list, you better start writing your will. Certain death, unmatched skill, and a constant air of mystery. This is the house specialty. But what separates the Zoldicks from any other powerful family with a dark history is the fact that they aren't just assassins, they're the best in the business. Top of the food chain in the underworld. The coldness, precision, and efficiency with which they complete a job even make professional hunters reconsider their careers. It doesn't matter if the target is surrounded by soldiers, high-tech gear, or living in a flying castle with automatic lasers. If a Zoldyck was hired, there's nothing left to do but accept your fate. And this reputation didn't come from nothing. It's the result of entire generations dedicated with almost sick passion to the art of assassination. They live isolated atop Kukuru Mountain, surrounded by absurdly heavy gates that only open through brute strength. The truth is, just getting to the Zoldyck's front door should already make you rethink your life. But those who dare quickly find out that this is sacred ground for danger. The family's fame was built not just from the impossible killings they pulled off, but by the surreal feats their members accumulated over time, each more bizarre, insane, or impressive than the last. That's why the Zoldicks aren't just famous. They're legendary. Because in a world where none exists, magical beasts, hunters, monsters, and even talking natural calamities, this family still manages to be the ultimate symbol of what it means to be deadly, in the worst and most impressive way possible. The Zoldyck surname isn't just feared, it's a legend written in blood, silence, and surgical precision. And anyone living in this world knows full well what it means to hear that name whispered. Spoiler, it's never a good thing. In a family tree where talent and danger are the norm, not the exception, standing out is an achievement on its own. Maha, in this context, is an even more impressive anomaly. He isn't just a powerful Zoldyck. He is, according to information revealed by characters like Zeno, the only member of the family to have fought and survived a battle against Netero, the former chairman of the Hunter Association, a man widely recognized as the most powerful nin-user of his time. To grasp the magnitude of this feat, one must first understand who Netero was, a warrior who trained for years until he surpassed the physical and spiritual limits of the human body, reaching near-divine speed and power. He was capable of fighting on equal terms with a being like Meruem, the Chimera King, and maintaining the honor of battle even in the face of his own death. That a human being, and more specifically, a member of a family of assassins, faced Netero in combat and lived to tell the tale is something that transcends logic. We don't know if he won, tied, or lost, only that he survived. But that alone is enough to place Maha in the pantheon of the most formidable beings in the Hunter x Hunter universe. This isn't just a footnote. It's an inscription written in blood in the silent chronicles of hidden power. Maha represents more than just a man. He is the silent pillar upon which the rest of the family built its legacy. While other members like Silva and Zeno are imposing and highly skilled figures, respected and feared, it is Maha who seems to carry the raw, ancestral, and untamable essence of the lineage. Zeno himself, his grandson, one of the deadliest assassins in the series, speaks of him with a reverence rarely seen. The way Maha is described, always in a restrained, indirect, and almost mythological manner, makes him something greater than a character. He is a living entity, a shadow hovering over the entire family, as if he were the very embodiment of the Zoldyck philosophy. Maha's presence also brings an interesting notion about time and longevity among nin-users and assassins in general. His appearance suggests an extremely advanced age, possibly well over 100 years. This raises questions about the limits of human life when shaped by none, discipline, and hatred, because that's what the Zoldicks breathe from birth: refined hatred, molded into technique. The way Maha survived time is a testament to absolute, almost inhuman discipline, something only the most devoted assassins, those who made killing their true religion, could achieve. It's interesting to think how the Zoldyck family operates as a microcosm within the world of Hunter x Hunter. While the world revolves around hunters, wars, mysteries, and territories, the Zoldicks follow their own logic, their own rhythm, as if they were a separate entity altogether. Their residence on Kukuru Mountain is protected by physical, psychological, and symbolic barriers, guarded by monstrous beings like Mike, the giant watchdog, and servants who wouldn't dare disobey. The Zoldyck home is not just a fortress, it's a macabre sanctuary, an inverted prison where the monsters themselves live like gods in their temple of blood. Maha is the oldest of these gods. He represents the foundation, the origin, the pure tradition before any modern deviation. While Killua seeks freedom, Silva draws cold strategies, and Zeno philosophizes between assassinations and honor, Maha is the raw stone, the cradle of savagery polished into precision. If the Zoldyck technique has roots, it is Maha's hands that dug the original hole where this poison tree was planted. When Maha's power is compared to other characters in the universe, especially legendary figures like Meruem, Crawlo, Hisoka, or Jing, the answer is never definitive, as Togashi chooses not to reveal all the details of his most powerful characters. But the simple fact that Maha is mentioned on equal footing with Netero already places him in a tier that few ever reach. The difference is that Maha does not seek recognition. He is not like Crawlo, who leads a troop of assassins as if he were a maestro of destruction. Nor like Hisoka, who enjoys himself as a psychotic clown in search of challenges. Maha is the opposite. He represents the silence of the absolute predator, the one who kills without pleasure, without hatred, and without emotion. Kills because that is what he was made to do, like a blade that was born sharp. Maha's lack of protagonism in the narrative does not diminish his importance. On the contrary, it amplifies it. The mystery, the lack of concrete actions, the way his legend is sustained only by what is insinuated, all of it reinforces his aura. He doesn't need to appear in dramatic scenes, nor topple armies or destroy landscapes. The silence surrounding him is more eloquent than any non-explosion. This is the power of suggestion that Togashi masters with excellence. He tells us so little, but that little resonates like a muted thunder in the heart of the narrative. Maha's presence also serves to reinforce the grandeur of the Zoldyck family as a whole. They are not just exceptional assassins. They are the personification of the elite within the elite. Their fame, the silent respect they impose, the way they operate in the shadows without ever being fully uncovered, all of it makes them more than characters. They are narrative forces. And within this structure, each member represents a different aspect of what it means to be a Zoldyck. Killua is the internal conflict, Zeno is tradition with awareness, Silva is power under control, Illumi is disciplined fanaticism, and Maha is the root, the origin. If one were to speculate about how a fight between Maha and other titans of the Hunter universe would be, like Meruem, it would be a duel of philosophies as much as of strength. Meruem is evolution, transcendence, noble instinct wrapped in cruelty and destiny. Maha is the primitive, the absolute, what precedes the concept of evolution. What does not change because it was already born perfect in its function. And perhaps that is why Togashi would never show this confrontation. It is not necessary. Knowing that Maha exists is enough. He is the sword that remains sheathed not because it is broken, but because no one is worthy of seeing it in action. And this is the true essence of the Zoldyck family. They are more than assassins. They are the pinnacle of a forbidden art, where perfection is not found in grandeur, but in precision. Each member was created with an almost ritualistic purpose, trained from the cradle to kill without hesitation. Maha, having crossed decades, perhaps centuries of history, is the silent grandmaster behind this cult. He gives no orders, does not need to teach. His existence is a constant reminder of what all the others must be, of what all the others fear to become. In the end, the mystery of Maha Zoldyck is his greatest trump card. He is the monster that inhabits the collective memory of the Hunter world. He is the story told in dim light, the name whispered between the teeth of veteran assassins. No one knows where he is, what he thinks, if he thinks. One only knows that he is alive. And as long as he is, the world remains on alert, because a wrong step may be enough to awaken the sleeping god of the Zoldyck clan. If there is something that defines Hunter x Hunter, it is the way the Nun system operates not just as a combat tool, but as an extension of the soul and essence of the individual. Nun is, at its core, the manifestation of will, intention, and identity, and when we think of Maha Zoldyck under this perspective, we are faced with an entity that certainly carries a Nun of abyssal depth and lethality. Although Togashi has never revealed Maha's Nun category, whether he is a specialist, an enhancer, a manipulator, it is possible to speculate based on everything we know about his lineage, his feats, and his mentality. If we take Zeno and Silva as references, respectively a manipulator and an enhancer, we could suppose that Maha lies between these categories or perhaps is even a rare specialist whose abilities completely break away from the usual standards. The Zoldyck specialization in assassination is not limited to brute strength or speed, although these attributes are taken to the extreme in the family, but in the ability to neutralize targets surgically, often before the victim even realizes they're being hunted. For that reason, Maha's Nun might be something that transcends direct combat, something more linked to aura suppression, absolute camouflage, silent execution techniques, and perhaps even manipulation of space or enemy perception. It's not unthinkable that he possesses abilities that allow him, for example, to completely erase his presence even from experienced Gyo users, something only possible through a fusion of extreme Zetsu manipulation and a unique Nin technique. Maha is the last ghost of a forgotten era, the last blade that never rests, the silence before the strike, the living memory of a lineage made of death. And even without words, even without long scenes, even without dedicated arcs, his existence reverberates with the force of a thunderclap. Because, in the world of Hunter x Hunter, the loudest are not always the most dangerous.